Hello everyone, welcome to another lesson. This time I'm going to look for a pattern that I actually traded. This was one of my earliest days into trading, and it was a pattern that really helped me. I think I managed to get in and out about 7 times before the pattern resolved. So if you're looking at this point here, this is a trading range. So I marked it to take profit at 79 level. So it was about this point. And then to the lower side, I targeted my entry from around 72 Rand. So around that point, that's where I had set my entry. So I would enter long, then whenever price reached close to 79, then I would sell. That time I was selling all my position without having to leave anything. Then I would wait again for it to come down, then I would buy again. So I managed to do it about 6 or 7 times. The only downside is that at that point I didn't really know much about going short. But just trading this range, I managed to make a net profit of about 21,000 Rand. So this was really a consistent trade that I was always looking up to. And each time it was delivering, which was great. Then it was only decisively broken when the pandemic crisis started. That's when the price really started trending downwards. And at that point, the situation had changed, so I had to abandon that trade. So as you can see, patterns always resolve quickly. Even when they are broken to the downside, you can expect things to change in a much rapid way. For example, if you look at closely at this point here, you can see that there was a bullish engulfing and also an inverted hammer. Then you can see that when price moved from this point, it moved from about 70 Rand per share and went all the way to that spinning top, which was 79. So this was within a period of about a few weeks that it took for the price to move between those levels. But if you consider, for example, this hanging man, it showed up, then it was followed by a shooting star. Then you had 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks where price went down decisively. And if you are to measure that range coming from this point, which can be your entry level, up to the lowest point here, this was almost 20% within a period of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. So 20% would have been made in a period of 5 weeks. If you had your 100K short in this position, then you would likely have been able to make something like 20,000 Rand, which is a good risk reward ratio. Then you know that now you have made 20%, you're left with another maybe 37 or so weeks in the year to go, where you're just looking for other options. And if you had taken, maybe you had taken 60%, you could have seen the price continue to go downwards. And if you extend it all the way to when it turned, which was about this point, you would have managed to make another maybe 7 to 8% on top of what you made. So let's see here, it appears we have another formation. It looks like we have got a symmetrical triangle. I beg your pardon, this is not a symmetrical triangle, but an ascending triangle. So if we set the resistance at that point, then draw the support which is upward sloping. You can see that here we have got a nice ascending triangle. So price is being squeezed in between as it moves upwards. Let me just extend this here. So price is being squeezed in between the support. Someone might be able to put another support line here at this point. Depending on your tolerance for risk or late or early entry. So whichever way you look at it, if we are to work out the risk-reward ratio at this point, we would measure this up to this level here. Then we can move this to the breakout point if we set it at the upper resistance level. Then that's about 16% gain in the price over a period of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. So here you can see I've changed my chart to a weekly chart instead of a daily. Even if we put it on a daily chart, we should be able to see this. So there we go. On the daily chart, we do not see the triangle resolved as perfectly. On the daily chart, we would have to remove this inner line. Then we would probably look at moving the resistance level up to this point. Then we can work with that and a breakout point here. So you can see it broke out at this point, went a bit up, came back and retested, then it decisively moved to the upside. And it came just short of the full target. Then it trended down, then it moved back up again until it reached the target. So this is why you always need to take partial profits, whereby you can take something off the table, then what remains is not substantial and you can afford to hang on and see what the price does without emotions coming into it. So that is all for now. We'll open more charts and look at other trading patterns.